Hey, what's up, everybody? Scott X1307. Coming at you with a contest video. A bunch of contests going on right now. I've got several contest videos coming up soon. So here we've got one. This is for Hitman Von Doom. Hitman Von Doom, very, very funny guy. Got some great videos. Recently, over 200 subs. Honestly, thought that he was well over that. Definitely deserves some more subs. Congratulations on 200. He said, check out his videos. Man, he does epic battle videos. He kind of goes over some of the greatest battles in comics history. A lot of funny videos, a lot of creative videos. He puts up doing some cosplay and acting and things like that. Very funny stuff, and seems like an all-around cool guy. So everybody, if you haven't checked out his stuff, go check out his channel now. And for his contest, he got a couple of questions. First thing he asked is, what would your superhero name be? Man, to me that's a tough question, because start trying to come up with superhero names and it seems like, you know, everything that I can think of has been taken already. So I don't know, it's hard to come up with something original. I think the second question was, what superpower would you have? And I think the name usually ties in with superpower, with the character. So I'll kind of tie these two together. The superpower I would pick, if I could only pick one superpower ever, it'd have to be flight. Above and beyond anything else. To be able to fly, that's the ultimate freedom. You know, I wouldn't care if I had to have wings on my back like Angel, or if I could just think about it and fly like Superman or a lot of other characters, or if I had to be with, you know, telekinesis or wind controlling powers, whatever would allow me to fly, I wouldn't care. And of all the names I could come up with, I came up with two that I think I don't remember ever hearing a character before, although I'm probably wrong, but something like Skyborn or Windburn, and of course, if you could fly, you know, you'd have to fly at, you know, supersonic speeds. You have to be able to fly, you know, at least Mach 1, hopefully like Mach 5, Mach 7, something like that, and be able to withstand the air friction and pressure and stuff like that. So, and I think that would be cool. And I think those two names, Skyborn, Windburn, something like that, I think would be good for, you know, a character with flight. So I'd go with one of those. Next question they asked is, name something that you're good at, and I don't know, I never think I'm good at anything. I'm always trying to be better at whatever I'm doing. At least I hope that that's how I am. But oh, the one thing I've always been able to do, especially at the last minute, is write. All through school, never had a problem with papers. I could wait until the night before it was due and write a 5, 6, 7, 8 page paper that night. Turn around and get an A. Just, I know how to BS with a pen. Used to write a lot of poetry on the side. I would take that and get it critiqued by English teachers and stuff in high school. I don't do that so much anymore, unfortunately. But yeah, even now in my 30s, in my college classes, I still get A's in literature and English and stuff. So I think I'm pretty good at writing. Other than that, I don't know. I try to be good at everything, and that's my problem. I can't narrow myself down to, you know, one or two things. I try to be good at everything. I heard a term when I was a kid called Renaissance Man. So a lot of people claimed, you know, called Thomas Jefferson a Renaissance man. And the definition I was given at the time was a Renaissance man is a person who is very good or fairly good at a lot of different things, but they're not an expert in any one thing. And for a long time I tried to be like that, because I've never been the biggest fan of school as the way it's set up now, but I love to learn, and I like to soak in everything, all the knowledge I can about anything, whether it be weather or astronomy, telescope, history, anything like that. So but I think writing is the one thing that I've always been fairly good at consistently. So then as for any other hobbies besides comic book collecting, and again, that's an area where I'm off and on with a lot of stuff. I'll go back and forth with different collections. Other than comic books, like a lot of people, I collect movies, and it's not really a seat to collect movies. It's just, you always want something to watch, and TV is really horrible nowadays, so to have a lot of movies. The one thing I do like to actually, collect is animation. And you see in this shelf back here is a bunch of anime and a bunch of DC animation. The Transformers original series, I have the first season of that, the original animated movie. Silverhawks, Gargoyles, Batman animated series. And then, like I said, anime like Akira, Ghost in the Shell, Full Metal Alchemist. Other than that, I like to hike. I like to be outdoors as much as possible, not necessarily work, but for fun. I like to go hiking in state parks and the national forest and things like that. I like being in the woods. I'm from the South, so what can I say? I don't hunt. I do like to go fishing. I fish for fun, and I fish for food. So I figure, if you're gonna catch something, you might as well eat it. And it also helps know a little bit more about where our food comes from when you have to clean it yourself and do all the dirty work. Like I said, I love to hike. I like being in the woods, in the forest, around trees and flowers and plants. Listen to the birds and the bees and the frogs. And usually when I go out hiking, I take this with me. This is my camera bag, and it's another hobby, amateur photography, especially wildlife, outdoors. Right now I use a Canon Rebel 35mm. Digital is just way expensive. I could stop buying comics, then maybe I could afford a new camera, but I don't want to stop buying comics. But it's pretty cool. I got a couple different lenses, wide angle lens on it now. This is a 70-300mm telephoto or zoom lens. Then I got the standard lens that came with it. I have different filters and things like that as well. Not a pro, but I like to have fun. Take a lot of outdoor pictures. Like I said, a lot of flowers. In my day-to-day life, you see I'm always in dark clothes, black, gray. I wear white t-shirts, but they always get dirty so easily. But I usually stick with blues and just in dark colors in general. But when it comes to nature is supposed to be pretty, and I don't know. I like photos, butterflies and flowers, all different kind of flowers. I've gone to different botanical gardens, state botanical gardens here in Georgia that are in Athens, Callaway Gardens, which is what I believe most of this is from. Snow Days. That's my niece when she was born. I also love to go to areas like similar to Stone Mountain here, but there are a couple other places where these granite outcroppings pop up, and they're state parks and national heritage areas. This is Davidson Arabia Mountain. Another is Panola Mountain, but they're all kinds of unique plant species, and these are moss that only grow on these granite outcroppings. And it's also cool in the rain puddles that build up. That's where you naturally find sea monkeys. I don't know the scientific name for them or whatever, but the things that you used to be able to get as a kid, or they were still around when I was a kid, you could buy. They like little eggs, and you drop them in the water and they come to life, and they were actually real little creatures. They're native to these pools on granite outcroppings, so just pretty cool. I've seen a few before. They're hard to photograph because they're really tiny, if you've ever seen them. But it's neat. There's a Panola Mountain. That's a cool place to go to hike. All kind of trees and stuff, and waterfalls up in the mountains. Just, you know, I like to go up there in the fall when the leaves are changing, of course, like a lot of tourists. But I also really like black and white. This is from Callaway Gardens. They were feeding hawks and eagles, and I caught an eagle taking off. And couldn't get too close to it though. But I think black and white's cool, and I still do it. Like I said, it's on 35mm. I think film it's got a more nostalgic look to me. So, and these are all from the granite outcroppings, Arabia Mountain, Panola Mountain. So, so usually, yeah, I'll go camping and go hiking and take my camera, take a fishing pole, do a little fishing, take some photos. These are also a couple of pictures I took. This is my youngest niece, and these are both my nieces together after she was born. So Hallie and Haley and Callie, and you know, took some pictures and got a bunch of prints developed just like you go to professional, you know, save some money. Did it that way, and for some reason, I don't know, I think this is like the best picture I've ever taken. I think it's got a nice, the background is not in focus, and it kind of blurs and gives that good background to it. Good close-up shot of this flower. I put it in a frame. And another thing that I have collected on and off throughout the years, I used to work at a place called Atlanta Cutlery, and they sold a lot of knives, military replicas, Renaissance and medieval weapon replicas, things like that, swords, daggers, armor, clothes, all kind of stuff. And for a while I got into building knives. I wanted to get into blacksmithing, but that's really hard to do. But you can buy pre-made blades and attach your own handles, and I used to do that. This is one that I made a handle for. Sailor's drop point, you know. And to me, it's another form of art, you know, from the blade to the handle and the choice of materials, depending on what you're using them for. This is a knife that's made in Norway that I bought when I was at the cutlery. They left it rough forged, so you can still see all the hammer marks. They didn't polish it or anything, which I think is cool. Good maple handle. These knives can withstand temperatures down to like 20 below zero before they get brittle, which is really good. And this is one of the first knives I made. It's one of my favorites. This neat Damascus steel, 212 layer, which means they take a high carbon steel and a low carbon steel usually. They heat them up, pound them, forge them together, fold it over, pound it out again, fold it over, pound it again. Every time you do, you double the layers. So you start out with 2, and then it's 4, then 8, 16, 32, so on and so on. And they do that until they get 212 layers, which I think is pretty cool. It takes a lot of time. And I bought the blade, attached this handle. This is a mahogany handle, I believe. Stained, sanded, polished. And that's it. Like I said, you see the telescope. I like to look at the stars, a little amateur astronomy every now and then. You know, I guess that's about it. I do a lot of other little things here and there. I'll pick stuff up for a time and then drop it, pick it up years later, months later. But those are the ones that I stayed pretty consistent throughout the years. Excuse me. Been out working outside all day again. So, alright, Hitman. Thanks for the contest, man. Well deserved. Congratulations on 200 plus subs. Hopefully you'll be at 500 or more before long. Definitely deserve it. I'll leave a link below. Please check out his channel. Oh, there's one more question. A guilty pleasure or secret? My guilty pleasure is Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. I can eat a whole damn bag at one time. I have to avoid those. So I don't really have a secret. I mean, everybody has their secrets, but I don't have anything that I'm really no real deep dark secret. But that's definitely my guilty pleasure, Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. Like I said, I can eat a whole bag at once, and that's not good for you. It's not good for your teeth. It's not good for your gut. Not good for anything. But oh man, I think if God ever made a perfect food, it was Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. So yeah, that's it. That was all the questions. So congratulations again, man. I'll leave a link. Hitman Von Doom, his channel below. If you haven't checked him out, do so now. You won't regret it. The guy is, he's a trip. He's got a lot of good videos. Some videos about some other stuff too, which are very informative, and I actually like the videos. You check out his channel, you know what I'm talking about. It's his personal business. So, it seems like a great guy. So check him out. Thanks again, and everybody take care. Keep reading those books. Till next time.